Yeah.
Yeah.
So please tell me. Oh, you have a PowerPoint presentation. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with PowerPoint.
No, it's the presentation
That's like
part.
saying you. That's like saying you hate Excel. What are you, a monster?
Yeah, don't trash
More-
talk
Hate
Excel.
Excel. Oh yeah, I will. It's a horrible, horrible thing that has
Okay.
been done to human civilization.
I'll
Hearing
mark,
this
I'll
in
mark
character-
that against Colin's XP.
It takes one for every year Excel's existed.
Okay. So what do we see?
So Jack, you notice it first. Colin, you notice it, but it takes you a couple extra moments. But as you're making your way back down Main Street, you see an issue.
Sorry that took me so long. Just trying to
problem.
find the names.
You see an issue. His autumn seeming seems to be dressed in the clothing of a shop manager here at the park.
Mm-hmm.
But his changeling appearance, his fey mane, is definitely, like I said, an issue. Dressed in some quite fine leathers,
Mm-hmm.
looking to be almost styled in like an ancient medieval or maybe Romany style.
Mm-hmm.
He has a well-groomed beard and mustache, some quite nice jewelry, and he's standing outside the House of Magic, which is one of the shops there on Main Street, and he's staring off at the sky like he's just been watching something fly away.
Kind of motion at. I don't want to say what I think he saw because I know what others think here.
Oh, and boss. By the way, should we worry about the dragon? Maybe we
I
should
don't.
worry. You don't.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. So that guy didn't see a dragon. Cool.
Why do I feel like he did?
I mean, I can ask. Hey, dumbass!
You're in the middle of Disneyworld. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, you are in the middle of a crowd of people in Disney.
With a
that
lot of
isn't
children.
Yeah, this is a full park.
Now, yeah.
A lot of people look. Colin says, I know it applies to a lot of you, but I mean that guy.
And then he decides to start a fight with all of them.
He's gonna point you out.
Pointing me out.
Yes, you're
Well,
the dumbass. I'm
That's
Yeah,
a
talking
good
you,
to.
question,
you,
actually.
you hear him shouting.
From
If-
my perspective, you're just some asshole shouting at someone
Yeah,
in the middle of Main
yeah.
Street.
Yeah,
I don't see a
like-
reason why I should come out of my shop.
like
and
across the
talk to you.
street, like pointing you out, like you.
I'm in my shop, dude.
No, you're standing outside the shop.
Oh, okay, like trying to
Just
attract
have-
people.
No, it's like basically
It's like you saw
to give you
something.
the background. You were at the front window of the shop, sorting out a display.
Oh,
When
right,
you,
okay.
when you saw something come flying from the direction of the castle, you thought you recognized it. You stepped outside onto the street side and just watched it flying away off into the distance.
Okay.
So Colin will kind of walk towards you, still pointing at you. Hey,
I go out of my shop and say, shit, what's the name of the shop, Casey? Quick,
House of Magic.
House of... Welcome, my friend. Are you interested in some new magic tricks?
I have a magic.
Come
trick
inside
right here.
my shop.
Hey, boss man wants to talk to you.
when he's just come inside my shop, I just come up behind Colin, arm around him, like, let's just go inside real quick.
Yeah, that's possible.
I just gotta pull him.
I like hold the door open for you. I'm recognizing that you're a she at this point, probably. And
Probably.
you're the only noble in this area right now.
Mm. At the very least, you know I'm a changeling just by looking at me.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I
mean,
have
he
changed
would,
the
Walk
guys.
in behind you guys.
he would recognize you as a she.
Is your passive, is that smell thing passive, Doc, or is it you have to actively smell?
I mean, that's like smelling, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
something smells bad,
it's a
you know
passive
about it.
thing.
Okay, when you pass by, you could probably instantly tell I'm Sealy.
Okay.
Well, in this case, I'll say that that's fine, but really, it's one of those things where you see a lot of things without really looking. So, in a lot of cases, you may catch whiffs of things, but unless they're especially strong, you wouldn't normally get a lot of information unless you actively focus on it.
I practice spring magic, if that helps. So, the magic of life in the Sealy court.
And I
Colin
do have a
says,
question,
it
by the way,
smells
for
gay
you,
in here.
Casey.
Go ahead, Doc.
Will you get thrown out if you just start throwing out insults and like bad words and curse words in the parks?
It is quite likely that someone will call security, yes.
Really?
And that is why I pulled us into the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we can at least talk quietly until security
it
comes.
is a family environment, and if you start doing something that is disruptive, the likelihood is that security will show up, ask you politely to stop, and if you don't, show you the gate.
Yeah.
Again, this is the same day where we fucked with the security guard,
Yeah.
manhandled the guy at the square. Some dudes ate a red cap. We released the dragon, came out. So I'm working with that vibe. Still hasn't gone sideways yet. So
So I usher you into my shop and welcome you, and as soon as you're in, I close the door, lock it, and flip
We are
the
close now. Thank you.
flip the close sign temporary, or no, I just put the on break sign,
Okay.
like temporary closing, and I immediately bow to Dwight and say, "Welcome, noble lord, to our court of wonder. How can I assist you?"
By this point, we know that the court's gone, right? That it's
Well, yeah,
there's just an empty castle.
You've just come from the castle, and this was the day
currently
you
we're
did all
still
of the
investigating
exploring.
why it's gone.
Yes. Yes, about your court. Where is it? Because I think that's a very good question.
Well, you know
What
what the court
happened?
is. It's just down the road.
Yes.
Where are all the?
Unfortunately, our dearest court of wonder and most of House Fiona have abandoned the Autumn World. Out of character, it's the Autumn World for the regular one, right?
It is, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they've abandoned.
Bear in mind, though, that House Fiona exists in a lot of courts other than this one as well.
Right. I'm specifically talking this one.
Yeah.
This branch of the house, yeah.
Unfortunately, as for details, I can't give you more. At the time, I was indisposed from the castle, running my shop.
Fair.
I can tell you there was quite a lot of commotion, both before and during the events. But
We noticed that because because imagine if I remember right, when we looked, it looked like it was very rushed to get out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it
Very
looked
much like people dropped everything and ran.
yeah. So we would have noticed that.
But you're local, right?
He is.
oh yes, I've been here for around 15 years.
So how about you show us who to actually talk to, who knows what the fuck is going on? Because you're no help.
That would be very helpful. 'Cause-
Oh, who to talk to? Well,
At this point, I'm going to give him the whole spiel that I have been sent by the Court of Stars from the East Coast to investigate this court because they sent for a call of help a
Okay.
week ago. Yeah, I'm going to fill you in.
Upon saying that, he says, "My lord, I can offer you my services of certain advisory matters. I'm quite good at dealing with local courts. If you'll have my services, of course."
Out of character, are you just asking to help or offering yourself
No,
as a vassal?
I'm offering myself as a vassal, but he wants an oath in return, basically.
Oh, okay, so
I'm more like helping out than.
it's like I will be
internal
your vassal,
loyalty,
but you need to do something for me as well.
Well, you need to basically. I'm asking for the oath of Escheat, which is effectively
You sent me that.
I offer you my services, and in return, you offer your fairness to me. You offer your you accept it, and you offer your
Fairness
It's
and
effectively
protection.
saying, yeah, like I will be kind to you. I won't screw you over. You are my vassal, and I accept you as one.
Okay. Yeah, no, he will agree to that.
Okay. So upon accepting, he turns to Jack, and he says, "What are your roles in this man's court, if you mind me asking?"
Captain of the guard.
And I'm resident badass.
I look at Jack and say, "Very good. Then you shall be our witness to this oath. Is that acceptable?"
Very well.
Good. And he starts setting up. He closes the blinds of the magic. Actually, he leads you to the back. Does he have a back?
It's probably a store, like a storage area.
There is a basically at the rear of the shop. There's a stairway that leads down into. I don't know if any of you are going to be familiar with this term, but into the utilidors.
Yeah,
I think I know what those are.
I know what those are.
It's an underground series of tunnels that connect all of Disneyworld out of sight of the main park.
Yeah, it's for maintenance workers to travel unseen.
Yeah, the idea of it is that an employee can get anywhere in the park without actually crossing through a guest area. It's like the Underground Railroad.
But for Disney Park,
it's miles and miles of underground tunnels under the park.
So I would lead you to the back room, to like where that entrance is, so it's especially out of sight. And basically, what I'm gonna do now is I won't do it in character. I suppose I should do it in character. I am going to swear the oath of fealty, which is I'm pledging to be your vassal, and I'm pledging to take up your cause. I pledge to be a servant of yours, and in return, I ask for a oath of Escheat, which is effectively a blood oath. I will pull it up now. 170. Oh no, I lost the page. 256, okay.
I will point out something that Dwight would be aware of. That although the Oath of Escheat is not unheard of in either court, you would be aware of what it is. It is more common among the Seelie. And there are some unseelie who feel that it is
necessary,
overly binding, and overly in the favor of the commoners. It tends to tie certain behavior.
It's tying a noble to a commoner instead of a commoner to a noble.
Yeah, well, it ties you both together instead of just making them bound to you.
Yeah, basically it's like it's a fair deal.
Yeah, it's basically it's a fair deal. Yeah, which some unseelie don't go for.
I'm trying to find it now. It effectively, basically, the oaths will we give it glamour. We each give a point of glamour per
Permanent
oath.
or
Temporary.
Temporary, yeah. And then one of them will give us a willpower. Each it's the oath of a sheet. Will give an extra willpower per week. And
What do you
the
mean,
oath
extra
of
willpower per week?
Recovery, not
yeah.
on top.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Also, like,
me and
what?
him will
Basically
generate
just
willpower
will.
faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you recover willpower a little bit faster.
Okay.
Which I would say, in context, is worth it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find like
And because
where...
you want to treat him well, right? And with respect. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Not because of the stat boost, because you want to treat people fairly.
Yep.
I didn't give it to either of you two, so.
Well, fuck me, right?
And the two of you were too unseelie to ask for it.
Yeah. He's silly.
Yeah.
It makes sense for him to ask for it.
Yeah. By the way, while they are doing this in the back room, Colin is still like in the shop, like left there alone, like.
Robin plays blind.
Okay.
I mean, it's mostly magic toys. There's some Rubik's
No, he's
cubes.
not going around stealing shit, but he's like there, and like it kind of looks like he's the one manning the shop. Like,
Which is
Okay.
closed at the moment.
yeah. But still, you're standing there like.
Contemplating what it'd be like to own a shop.
Yeah, this is weird.
How could you stand here for
Okay,
8 hours
so
a day?
I will try and keep finding the rules. I gave the wrong page numbers, so once I find them, I'll link them. But
Sounds good.
it's effectively a really passive thing, a binding
Yeah.
ritual. And once that's done, you notice that he seems a lot calmer. Well, he was already very calm, but he's trying to like, he's talking softer. He's trying to like give a demeaning presence to himself, in a way,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Also, Casey, because I've forgotten, how does temp glamour work? Do you get some back every day or every week? I don't remember.
You recover temp glamour usually for spending time in the dreaming.
Okay, so we have some because we just came out of the dreaming.
Yeah, you would have actually each regained one temp glamour up to your maximum permanent glamour while you were in there.
Okay. Because I think I had burned through a lot of temp glamour already, so I can't remember how much I had.
The best way to recover temporary glamour is within each freehold, which this castle would be considered a freehold. There is a balefire, which is basically a fire that never goes out, and sleeping in proximity of the balefire will quickly replenish temporary glamour.
So we should do that at some point.
So it's basically a node.
Yeah.
It's the changeling's version of a node, yes.
You can't draw from it directly unless you're incredibly powerful.
Well, actually, you can. It's just called
You
reaving.
need-
It's called reaving the balefire, and it gives a chance that the balefire could implode and destroy the freehold altogether.
So it's not worth it.
No.
It's also very frowned upon by almost all changelings universally.
Anyway.
So, once that's done, he leads you out to the main shop again.
You
All
can
of
see
you, and-
Colin standing behind, like, no, sir, those are $4.99. Oh, you guys get back?
Since we've done that, Dwight would have exchanged with you all the information you would need, like phone numbers and such, to contact
Okay.
us.
Mhm.
Since you're part
Where is
of
it back
the...
to?
Yeah.
And he immediately says, "Well, if you want information, my great friend Jubo is a wonderful source. I say we go there."
Lead the way, because we are very much out of our element here.
Now, out of character, the Ali Batin are effectively Samdi, right? Like
Sundi?
like Samdi, Samdi, like
Giovanni?
no, not
Spell it.
how do you explain them?
spell the name. You might be pronouncing it weird.
If I can remember how to spell it. The voodoo people, man. Come on.
Samedi.
That is not how you fucking pronounce that.
That is how I have heard.
Sodomy.
No, you guys are,
Sodomy. Yeah, it's sodomy.
It's
Sodomy.
Somdi. Sons of Somdi.
Yeah,
There's
sodomy.
an E in it. I'm on the white wolf.
Yeah. We're all saying the same thing. Sons of sodomy.
Anyway,
Sodomy.
you know what I'm talking about.
You are right though. It is Somdi.
Oh, we know what
See,
you're talking about.
Of course I'm right.
Yeah, we.
Because I fucking heard it pronounced. Baron Someday. It's always how it's pronounced. Anyway, they are the voodoo people, right?
No.
The Muslim.
No.
Those are the guys who have a parade once a year.
I'm not talking about Somdi themselves. I am talking about the type of mages. They are the voodoo-esque people, right? The Ali Batin?
It's not. No, they're not voodoo. They're more like the kind of Indian
Subtlety.
fortune teller types.
Gypsy.
Yeah, almost gypsy fortune teller types.
Wait, why did I start saying... I knew they were the Muslims. Why did I start saying Somdi? Who was I thinking of?
Well, again, we all know what you were thinking of, but that didn't have anything to do.
No,
with
I was
Arabian.
confusing names. Forget it.
Yeah,
I knew they were Muslim.
Okay.
these guys.
It was a mistake out of character. Anyway.
See, we were saying the same thing. I don't know what the fuck
Anyway,
this is.
the Ali Batin are the ones you probably want to see. And Jubo, am I pronouncing that correctly? Or Jubo?
Yeah,
Jubo.
You
is
do know
definitely-
that he is very eccentric. And he doesn't have... It's not a group of Ali Batin. He is on
The
his
soul.
own. It is just him.
But- Before we leave the shop, might not be a bad idea to let our new friend here know what happened in the castle while we were there.
Oh, no, I was about to ask, I was about to bring up,
The dragon.
tell me, my lord, were you just in the castle?
Yes.
Did you,
Did you meet the red cap?
Did you touch anything?
I mean, we looked around, yes. Wait,
You
did we
look
take-
little-
I just want to remember, did we take the necklace and dagger that were stabbed into the throne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
We have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we looked around.
Yeah,
Are
so
you aware of what this is? And I show him the necklace.
Is it the necklace of
Maleficent.
Maleficent?
Yeah.
Do I know that?
You definitely, working in the parks, know that is a Maleficent necklace.
But the
You would also know that there was a particular member of the court who has, in her autumn life, spent many years portraying the character of Maleficent in the parks.
let me guess, Maven.
Yep.
Okay.
Maven? Huh?
And I wouldn't know this, but is that the name that the Red Cap forcefully forgot, or is that a different name?
That is the name that the Red
That
Cap
is the
forgot.
name.
You would not
Yeah.
know that.
You wouldn't know.
I would,
Um,
obviously.
But if you say the name, they will remember that because it was fairly recent.
Yes,
Uh,
that just happened.
I reach out and grasp it, and it's clearly chimerical, right?
Well,
The object itself.
no, the object itself is actually just a standard trinket bought in the park.
Oh, okay.
But it's obvious by the shimmer that it carries that it is something that has spent a great deal of time in the dreaming.
Well, I've seen her wear this, probably, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm one of the advisors. Oh yeah,
sure.
so I say this is probably one of Baroness Maven's, one of our advisors in the court. In fact, the head advisor.
Give me one
You
second.
found it with a knife stuck in to the throne.
A knife.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Let me see,
That's what-
please.
Yeah, that was right after
Show
we
the knife.
found that dragon.
I'm glad that you mentioned it
So-
offhand.
I stop, like, I'm midway reaching for the knife, and I just stop and look at you and say, hey, what?
Yeah, well, you see, there was this dumbass, Victor. He doesn't know, like, left from right, and he
One of
just
my
kinda
friends got it
disappeared.
in his head that it was a treasure door.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
So anyhow, I mean, it's probably no big deal. It's like this big.
We did see
Yeah.
him flying off in the dreaming before we
bear
came
in
back.
mind, before you start saying big, he was only about 2.5, 3 feet tall.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, and
tiny
that's why I
when we
did
released
this.
him.
Like, oh, he was like this.
It was like-
It's like, it's no
he was
big
like
deal.
dog-sized, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is it gonna do? Eat a cat? I hate cats, so it's fine.
I like cats.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like dogs, so I guess we can.
I
I
like
don't know.
dogs too.
Trivia fact, they release cats in Disney World every night
To catch
in order
rats.
to keep the rat population down. And
Mhm.
it's a massive irony that a mouse hired cats to kill
Ah. Mickey Mouse hires cats to kill.
Yep.
Okay.
Kill mice. I like
Casey?
Yep.
Fuck!
that.
Fuck!
What?
That's actually what happens in character. He just fuck.
Oh.
No! No!
We thought
thought
you
you,
rolled,
like,
or we
Thought
got
there
the
was
message.
something wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. That is his in-character reaction when he realizes.
Hey, it's fine. I mean, I dislike cats, but it's not like they should die. Cats. I mean, it's fine.
A full changeling came in and came into the Court of Wonders and went into the prisons and released that creature. Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, that's a very.
That is a very
broad word.
apt description of
That's-
what happened.
What,
Yes.
what kind of changeling was your friend?
Oh, ugly fucker.
Was he a ghast? That's what I done. Yeah, he a ghast. If it helps, we now don't know where he is.
Yeah. Lots of
hey,
it.
that's so much
He
better.
might have
So
just escaped or
a
anything.
member of the Thelane infiltrated your court, your house, and your group, sabotaged several key points in the Court of Wonder,
Yeah.
and then proceeded to break the concordance
The
for all changelings.
The what?
Yeah, that sounds like the Thelane to me.
Hang on,
What?
what?
What is the concordance?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You,
I-
Taylor, Dwight does know.
Oh no, I
His
was
uncle
meant
did
where.
brief him on the concordance.
That's right. No, and I would have told them
Yeah.
we do know what that is.
Colin doesn't know.
Colin
So-
was listening.
There you go.
So what?
Exactly.
Yeah, when he mentioned we brought the concordance, I'm like, that's not good.
Realize- You do realize the Thelane, it's their only purpose, right?
What?
To screw
question,
everything up
Casey.
for
Would-
everyone else?
Would
I
there,
mean,
are there?
Victor was like that, sure, but I still don't see the big deal. It's like, again, it's like this big. It's purple, so you can
concordance?
find it very simply.
The,
And-
the concordance was signed because of that creature, mostly.
I'm sorry, what?
That creature,
no,
if it's...
you're inaccurate there.
Let me just stop
Yeah.
and read back then.
Just to give you the background, Charles, to make it a bit more clear. He was locked away because of the danger of him breaking the concordance.
Okay, so... Well, then my sentence still makes sense. He was locked away because of the concordance.
Yeah.
You just have to use
Yeah.
second interpretation. So,
I mean,
yeah. If he escapes, he breaks the concordance.
well, he's fucked then. So I don't see still how this is our problem.
No, we're fucked. We're the ones. We're the ones who are fucked.
I didn't sign shit.
Too bad. That's not how
cats?
things work.
See, I don't see the big deal about the cats. Still, you lost me on that point.
What cats?
That the dragon's gonna eat.
Stop talking. I turn back to Jack and say, it's imperative that that creature is returned to imprisonment. However, we can't do that by ourselves. It took the nobles to do that before.
With Mage's help.
With mages, yeah. So, for now, let's go to the Ali Bachin. He can set us upon a path that will rectify the situation, hopefully.
Alright.
Sound good?
I mean, again, still don't see the big deal about the cats. Guess I'm very, very picky. Considering you have big mouse as a boss, you should dislike cats. I'm just saying.
What cats?
What are you talking about?
Stop talking.
Sealy, god damn it. Making no goddamn sense.
I'm making no goddamn sense.
I'm making all kinds of sense.
Just.
I think I found my fighting words.
Clarion, don't resist. There we go. Inner peace. Moving on. I open the door and let's go.
Alright, in this timeline we haven't met the Giovanni.
Nope.
Nope, okay.
Okay.
Yes, let's go. My bad.
You head away and make your way through the crowds into Adventureland, where you make your way to the Tiki Room. Now, I'm just checking.
I'll lock up my shop, by the way.
Okay.
Just making sure.
When you get there, there is a 20-minute wait to get into the Tiki Room.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get in line, or what are you?
Well, actually, there's a 20-minute wait, but me being an Ashu, I always arrive on time. So there was a 20-minute wait, but I said, "Hold on, I'm hungry first. Let's stop and grab something to eat."
Well, what I will say, in order to make that work in this instance, because there'll be continuously a wait until you arrive.
Oh, right.
What I'll say is that on the way there, you opened up your phone, tapped into the app, and scheduled fast passes, which means that you start your queuing before you arrive, and by the time you get there, the pass is active, and you can scan and go straight in.
Okay, cool. That works.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Never be late again.
You head in, and you know from previous experience, Seeger, that the show itself is about 25 minutes, and that usually what you do if you want to meet with Jubo is that you watch the show, and then at the end of the show, as people start to exit, if you make the right signals to the person who is kind of leading the show, then they'll lead you to a different exit, which goes into a back room where Jubo actually usually is.
Yeah. So, yeah, during the show, I make those gestures.
Yep. You all go and watch the show. For those not familiar with it, basically what the show is a musical song and dance routine featuring over 100 animatronic birds.
Ooh.
You watch the show, there's a bit of comedy, there's a bit of music, there's a bit of singing, and at the end of it, as they start to escort people out, you notice that as you're standing, shoot, I haven't learned your new character's name yet, Seeger.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't actually save it. I didn't even introduce
Mr.
myself.
Question Mark.
I am Sir.
It's a very
I
weird
am
name
Sir
you have. There you
Django
go.
of Fiona. Django is my name.
Django.
It's unchained. Oh, no.
So you notice as the show comes to an end that as people are getting escorted out one way, Django and the rest of you are led a different direction. And you are led down a set of stairs into what looks like kind of a utilidor area, but one that's been... it's like a small break room that's kind of been separated off from the main corridors. So it's quite a private area. And sitting there, behind kind of a... almost a Japanese type kind of tea set on a large pillow on the floor is this kind of very heavy set kind of Arabian looking gentleman smoking a hookah. Thank you. The word escaped me.
So
and he kind of smiles as you get there and he says, "Ah, Django, it has been too long. Where have you been?"
I bow, and the first thing I do is I say this in Arabic. Oh, fuck! I say this
go
in.
ahead, Seeger.
Oh god! Please don't make me.
Yes, I am making you.
Please.
I have said this before in character, so out of character, I just it's a traditional Muslim greeting when you enter someone's house. I'm not going to because it's offensive. I would just offend the language. It says peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah.
Very
to you.
simple. You pronounce it like that,
There you go.
and just go ahead.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can read that. Anyway, I do a traditional Muslim greeting to him, and then say, apologies. My shop has been swamped, and of course I've been, well, you know the situation with the recent departure from the court.
Yes.
trying
Now,
to
now that they are gone, you can return to the court. I understand, yes.
It is fortuitous. As my prophecy foretold, unfortunately, they didn't listen to me. Or maybe they did. Who knows? It's out of my hands, unfortunately. But that is all behind us. Let us talk of the future, my friend. And I come in and sit down.
He gestures, and there are other, like, pillows around the room to sit on.
Are there any big enough for Jack?
Yeah,
Jack-
this guy is quite rotund himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was just Jack's level of large. Jack is all muscle, but he's still a large dude.
This guy's not tall the way Jack is.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably about a foot shorter than Jack,
Mm-hmm.
but he's probably about as wide as Jack.
Okay. He's built
And-
like Jack, just not as tall.
No. It's not muscle.
Oh, no, I know that. I'm talking about his frame.
Well, like I said, Jack's frame is muscle and width and height. This guy's frame is width, but no muscle or height.
How tall is Django?
He's average, like 5. Well, he's actually real money, so he's average. So like 5'6", 5'7". He's a little bit below average.
So as we're walking, we kind of have this moment where we pass where, like, kind of Striaton's like, oh shit, no. Still the shortest. And that's all, yeah. Just wanted to check, like, no,
I
okay.
sit
No,
down, and
I will have a seat as well.
I
He
say,
actually offers you each a draw of the hookah and all the
Yes, please.
normal
Yes,
hospitality type
Yep, take that shit.
things.
Take it, drink the tea, and eventually, when things are settled down, he'll say, "My friend here is the newest nobility in the land, pertaining of House Leon, or excuse me, Lenon."
Leonon, close enough.
He kind of smiles and says, "I greet you."
I'm going to keep quiet because I am new here, so I don't quite know what to do. I will give him a polite nod in return. I'm still going to acknowledge that he's there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be completely rude. I'm just choosing to remain silent.
Got it.
He takes another sip of his tea and says, "Unlike the other nobles of House Fiona, it seems House Leon actually has some sense
Indeed.
to listen to my words." Takes another sip and says, "For now, he is remaining quiet. He does not wish to offend. However, there is a matter which seems to offend greatly. And I need to know what the prophecies might say. Recently, I don't know if you've noticed, but something occurred. Have you felt it or seen it?"
I would assume that you mean the events which have our more technically minded friends in a panic across at Epcot.
Now, out of character, is Epcot still like a giant glowing...
No, not at all.
Castle?
Epcot's fine
Yeah.
as far as you're aware.
Right.
You're completely unaware of anything being an issue there.
Yeah. So he says, transpiration. What's transpiring at Epcot? Or what may transpire?
He kind of chuckles and says, "Oh, have you not been listening? Or perhaps you don't have the proper equipment." And he reaches over to the side, and you see him kind of move a blanket aside, and you see what looks like a digital radio.
Oh.
And he hits a couple buttons and tunes it in, and you start listening to what sounds like a police responder type channel. Where there is a lot of chatter about a code Channing at Epcot.
Channing Tatum? Oh my god.
Yeah,
No.
I was about to say that.
Channing Tatum's at Epcot? What?
I did not know that the Technocracy were fans of him. I
No,
not
nothing to do
peg
with
that
that.
at all.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing
Just a
at all
joke.
to do with that.
Yeah, no, Colin thinks
Because,
so. Though.
because you've been in the area, Django, you would be aware that Channing, Dr. Channing, is in the Journey into Imagination ride in Epcot. The scientist who was in charge of containing and controlling and studying the Figment character, which is actually the character that created the Chimera of the dragon.
Okay.
So you would assume that if they're calling for some kind of a Channing code, that means that they have spotted the dragon.
And they're trying to contain it again?
And they were the main ones that, basically, the last time that the dragon was free, it nearly caused a outright war between the changelings and the Technocracy.
Whoops.
And they were some of the main ones that basically called out for the nuclear option, as it were, and basically said, if this thing breaks the concordance, then you can be sure that we will leave nothing left.
You know, at first, my character was just a dumbass, but it seems to work out rather well that he was just a spy. Fuck. That really fucked a lot of things up releasing that dragon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A
Fucking hell.
spy? Hang on, what?
Do you remember whenever I initially said that you had missed something huge that
Yeah.
started the chain reaction before the other stuff ever even happened?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the dragon, right?
Yeah, it was the dragon.
Yeah. But who's the spy?
Victor.
Victor might as well have been one because he was actually a Fellain, and their only purpose is to just fuck over everyone else.
Jesus
Basically,
Christ.
what Seeger's saying is that he had never planned on Victor being a spy, but it actually works out really well that he just was.
Yeah, I was just
Jesus.
bumbling around.
You were part of the Shadow Court all along.
And never
you just
knew
want
it.
to fuck
Basically.
shit up.
Yeah,
God damn,
like
Victor.
this ghast is so stupid. He keeps destroying everything around him. So let's send him over there.
The Shadow Court is like, yeah, I like this guy.
I'll
Good
be
job,
1
good
minute, guys.
job.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, dude, ask Casey if that actually can be the way things happen. Like, you...
No, yeah, that is basically what happened. Like,
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll be
Cool.
right back.
No, what I mean is that actually that you got recruited by the Shadow Court, and that's why you disappeared. Like,
no,
you...
yeah, like, my character was basically looking to gain entry into the Shadow Court and had to prove himself.
Yeah, exactly.
And the best way to do that is to destroy one of the biggest fucking
Yeah.
things
No, I
around.
like it.
So
I like it. That way we get to meet Victor again. I'm like, you motherfucker.
maybe he's out. Well, he's definitely out there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And
I just
Yeah,
thought that
stuff.
he. At first, I just thought that he disappeared into the dreaming or something. But
that's what it was originally.
yeah,
like-
but that he got recruited by the Shadow Court and therefore disappeared. That's much better. Yeah, I'm all for that. Cool.
Sorry.
No, we'll kill Victor.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll help.
I mean, last time Doc got a go. This time, I think I should be allowed to burn into a
Can I
crisp.
kill my own character?
Killception.
I'm back.
That would be cool.
Yeah, so he basically turns on the radio, and you are all listening to these basically alerts and movements, and they've spotted a creature, and there's a code chanting alert, and they're dispatching people to try to contain the situation, and that sort of thing, kind of controlled, kind of almost a military channel chaos.
Did
Now-
we do that?
What? Oh yeah. So he looks back and says, "Oh right, I was more focusing on what the dream was telling me. Unfortunately, you know how it goes, mirrors and all that.
What?
Unfortunately, I fear that just us alone, our little group, we won't be able to convince Figment to come back. I mean, I doubt he will willingly." What do the fates say, my friend? What does your magic tell me?
He takes a breath, inhales from the hookah, and blows smoke. And you can watch, and you've seen him do this before, basically reading the smoke.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to do this as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to intermix the dream into this. I'm going to
Damn.
inhale the smoke
6.
deep, hold it for a moment, and then enchant it with glamour as I exhale, which it would probably sparkle or be a different color entirely. And I'm going to use Omen. And Eshu Piers, blah blah blah. Basically, depending on my successes, I gain a fact about the future. A clue, or some other thing, depending on the success. So I'll do that now. But this is happening after he does. So
Yeah.
You have tailcraft?
I have to say,
Nice.
Oh man.
Very nice.
That would have come in handy.
Yeah, Colin will.
Now
tend-
this is chimerical, so I believe I don't have to spend a glamour on this, correct?
That's correct. You only have to spend glamour if you actually want it to be visible in the autumn world.
Or it's a weird, right?
Well, a weird makes it visible to the autumn world.
Oh, right. So
some
if
things,
it's just
some
inherently
things
weird.
have to be weird, at which point
Okay.
they're visible to the autumn world anyway.
Colin kind
and
of
I-
nudges Jack like, those dudes are super high. I mean, look at them.
Meanwhile,
I'm
I'm
using-
just sitting there.
I
as
want
he
some of
says
that too. I mean, they look like they're having a blast.
It is just tobacco, guys.
Yeah,
it
but
is
I
just
mean,
background.
Colin doesn't know that. You know, yeah, we're gonna see the future, man.
Actually, you know that this guy, it's not normally tobacco with him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he is
Some
getting high.
other.
No,
It's
no,
some
it's
mixture of herbs and
magical,
I can see
magically
time.
enchanted herbs normally grown in
Okay.
his sanctum. So it's basically plants that have been infused with magic since they were seeds.
At least
So
that's what
I
I'm
have-
trying to tell Cubs.
So I'm using a bunk, for
Mhm.
soothsay, giving it a visual quality within the smoke. So it starts out at being 8, correct? The difficulty
Yep.
for any base magic,
That is
and the difficulty is reduced by how many for this bunk?
A basic bunk's 1, isn't it?
Yeah, for what you're doing, based on the situation, I'm going to say -2.
Okay, so that's a 6, and then on top of that, I'm going to
Add a couple nightmare dice.
no, go fuck yourself. I'm going to, as I'm blowing, it keeps blowing and keeps blowing. I'm trying to see the events of an entire place, an entire room. I want to see the events of what happened within the castle that night. So I'm cheating glamour to add a scene, because this is filling an entire room. I want to know everything that happened within the room, right?
Okay.
Now, scene is my base one, so that lowers the affinity, or it lowers the difficulty by 1. However, scene is a modifier and raises it automatically by 1, so they cancel out. It is still difficulty 6, and spending the point of glamour to cheat, did that give me any bonuses besides the ability to use scene?
No, that's what it gives you, is it adds scene to it.
Okay. And then on top of that, I'm spending willpower for an automatic success. So, 6 with 4 die. And willpower. What? Yeah. What
You
happened?
got it.
What happened exactly?
Crit that.
I didn't crit, unfortunately.
Nope,
That's
but
not
you
a
did
crit.
get 6 out of a possible
Yeah, I got
6.
6. That's basically a crit.
Like out of 4 rolls,
How
you
did-
got 6.
No,
Exploding
out of
dice.
Something's
I
not
assume
right
10
there.
again, right?
No, exploding dice, right? Because he rolled 10, rolls another, 10,
What?
Yeah,
rolls
but
another.
how did you get that roll? Because you've got no attribute, no skill.
Yeah, 4 die. 4 base die. I
Oh,
assume
okay, you just put the
10
dice
again.
Okay.
I assume
Right,
10
okay.
again.
No, I
right?
was just trying to figure out why those zeros were there.
Oh, right, okay,
Um,
yeah. Because I just put the 4 in miscellaneous.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it is
Hey,
because
oh.
of 10 again. I was just trying to figure out where the
And-
dice came from.
My Fey is 2, so I did be targeting all nobles. Or all actually everyone, because 1 is commoners and 2 is noble, so it targets everyone.
Okay. Give me just a minute. because I want to make sure that I write this out properly with that roll so that you actually have a record of it. I don't just say it and then move on.
Forget about it. Yeah.
Because we're bad about that.
While you're figuring that out, Colin will continue, kind of whispering to Jack, like, again, I have will-o-wisps. Maybe that's a way to find the dragon. Then you kind of just fly after it with dragon wings, and you just catch it. And we keep it as a pet. What do you think?
Dragon wings.
Yeah, you know. I mean, think about it. Recently, I don't know why, but I really think it would be cool if we were to have dragon wings while searching for a dragon. Like, you know. I don't know why.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, right? Like a cool idea.
Maybe outside the park.
Meanwhile, I'm over there I'm just enjoying this hookah. This is good hookah.
Like, this is great tobacco. Whew.
Oh no,
I'm
I probably
very
would have
back.
realized. I think I would have realized immediately. Oh, this isn't tobacco.
Would he know?
Yeah, it's definitely not tobacco.
Also, are you allowed to smoke in Disney World?
I don't think he cares.
Yeah,
Good point.
dude, I think he just kind of does it.
It doesn't. Yeah. Granted, I think hookah is slightly less dangerous than actual smoking.
No.
No?
It's
No,
it's
it's
less
so much
filters.
worse.
So yeah.
No, it's so
Really?
much worse.
Yeah.
So
Is it?
much. Because shisha also has a bunch of like flavoring crap and a bunch of like it is actually packed with extra nicotine.
Yeah, and even if the nicotine isn't the bad part. It's
No.
all the
Oh,
extra
not
flavoring.
It's the
crap
extras.
that's the bad part.
Okay. I
And
did not know about the
cigarettes
flavor.
actually have filters, while that's just pure into the lungs.
I thought the water. That's
The water doesn't barely
doesn't
do
filter
anything.
enough.
It
okay.
mainly cools the smoke.
Yeah.
Got it. I didn't know what the water force. I always assumed it was just some sort of filter.
Nah.
Well, it's a little bit of one.
Well, it's more to actually to make it become smoke.
Fair enough.
Smoke is ånga. What's that? Ånga. You guys, ånga?
I don't know what you're saying.
Stop speaking your elf language.
Shit.
And that,
I
hey,
swear to God,
say-
Elvish is based off of Swedish, I think.
It might
Oh,
be.
steam. I know that. Vapor.
Steam.
I
Okay,
know that.
it's-
I know those words.
Yeah.
Pure
I'm
smoke.
familiar with these.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, no,
called ånga, at least.
I didn't know what was in Shisha.